say, wherever I go, I get shout-outs. Speechless,
He's
I know.
That's speechless.
Yeah.
Known everywhere.
You are. Hey, JB, exciting football last night and tonight.
Real exciting.
County was rocking here in Whitfield County and down in Gordon County. It's been exciting, so catch us up.
All right, it was like the Beatles were in town. You just turn away and just, wow.
Maybe Kenny Chesney, I don't know.
Okay. Maybe Cedric Haynes, but that's coming later on.
Coming later.
Yes, all right. Won't spoil that yet.
Rating spike.
All right, Alliance National Bank Highlights Show. And to begin, Dalton at Northwest. That's right, Northwest coming off of a 14-3 win against Sequoia. 5 straight wins and undefeated in region competition. For Dalton, 2 straight wins and clinching their 50th straight winning season. Oh yeah, and by the way, Trey Beck, a Dalton single-game rushing record, 294 yards in last Thursday's win against Rome. Which direction would either team go tonight? Well, let's find out in Tunnel Hill, where a typical Northwest Dalton game, fans well represented and emotional from both sides. Northwest and Dalton, and even the youngsters, the little ones, they were making their presence known, and those girls had a lot to be excited about early on. $1:44 to go in the first. Dalton striker Brown up the middle, 2 yards, 7-0. Big Red strikes first. More from Brown, more from Dalton. 8:48 to go in the first. Another run up the middle makes it 14-0 Dalton. Here come the Bruins driving on offense. Chad Keeter, though, going to get intercepted by Trey Washington, and Washington takes it about 25 yards before he's wrestled out of bounds. And now with 26.3 left to go in the second, Bruins get on the board on a 25-yard field goal by Jorge Salazar, 14-3 Dalton. Second half, 3:15 in the third. Lance Andrews, a 35-yard touchdown run, gets into the end zone. 14-9 Dalton. And Northwest is going to, hey, how about going on for a 2-point conversion? Chad Keeter gets in there, and it's 14-11 Dalton. We got ourselves a brand new ball game. But here come Dalton. 11:35 to go in the fourth. Shaquan Moore, look at this. Look at this. 50-plus yards, touchdown, and Dalton back on top by double digits, 21-11. More from the Big Red with 8:23 to go in the fourth. Striker Brown, no stranger to the end zone in this game. 2 yards up the middle, 28-11 Dalton. Big Red wins 35-11. Well, for the next game, Sequoia at Murray County, and 2 angry teams down in Chatsworth tonight. Sequoia still recovering from last week's loss to Northwest. Indians also coming off of a disappointing loss, losing 34-10 to previous winless Colonels. So each team looking to rebound. How would that? Only one team would be able to. Which one would it be? Well, let's find out at Murray Field. And trying to spook out the Chiefs were the Indians. Not so much, though. 8:03 to go in the first. Tim Swaney takes it 25 yards and scores 7-0 Sequoia. 4:47 to go in the first. Dominic Swoop. Murray County hasn't seen this much. Well, most people haven't, because Swoop hasn't played all but one game this year. He scores, though, and it's 14-0 Sequoia. 6:04 to go in the second. Swanee again from 33 yards, and he is plowing his way in there. 28-0 Sequoia. Here's a bizarre play. 4:28 to go in the second. Ben Crump looks like he can't get the punt off, and for his sake, he probably shouldn't have, because look what happens. It goes right into Tucker Adams' hands, and Tucker Adams is in the end zone to make it 42-0, and that's your final score, 42-0. Sequoia beats Murray County. Well, next game, Bartow at Christian Heritage, and it's playoff time for the Lions, clicking at the right time. And since that 13-6 loss against North Georgia back on October 9th, the Lions have outscored their last 2 opponents by, get this, 107-14 points. Could the Lions beat the Generals for the second time this year? Well, let's find out at Christian Heritage High School in Dalton. Lions mascot grinding his teeth before the game. This was pretty tasty here. Ethan Turnmeyer from 35 yards runs it into the end zone, and the Lions strike first early in the game, 7-0. Second quarter, 6:32 to go. Bartow punting and Daniel Pierce returning. That's right. And how? 70 yards, taking it through the sidelines. Gonna be able to just tiptoe his way, not get out of bounds, and it's 14-0 Christian Heritage. 6 minutes to go in the second. Daniel Pierce, a laser shot to Mason Sykes, a 45-yard touchdown pass, 21-0 Lions. More from Christian Heritage. $1:57 to go in the half. Look at this reverse. Mason Sykes again. 35 yards on the end route. 56-8, your final score. Lions, they win. Get ready for round 2. Next game, LFO at Southeast. Now follow me if you will. 1986, that year the Chicago Bears beat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. The Mets beat the Red Sox in a classic 7-game series courtesy of Bill Buckner. The Billboard Top 100 song is That's What Friends Are For, and Hannah and Her Sister starring Woody Allen was the best picture. Oh, and one other thing happened that year. Southeast made the playoffs. They were looking to make the playoffs this year, and a win against LFO last night would be a good step in that direction. Was it enough, though? Well, let's find out on Riverbend Road. Southeast Whitfield High School strike up the bands. This one was a dandy. 3:28 to go in the third. Raiders up 7-0. LFO driving, and Cody Commons going to get a nice block from number 56, Grant Jackson, and 48 yards later, he's in the end zone. 10-7 LFO. 8:04 to go in the fourth quarter now. Tanner McCutcheon from 20 yards out drops back and hits David Rayborn. Southeast back on top, 14-10. Now, on the ensuing kickoff, look at this. LeGreg Burns. He had 63 yards on 17 carries, but his lone touchdown came on an 82-yard return. 17-14. LFO is now back on top. Now, Southeast, one last chance inside the LFO 20 to win the game or even tie and send it to overtime, but Tanner McCutcheon gets picked off by Taylor Guerrero, and Southeast's fourth turnover of the game is just too much as LFO wins 17-14. Now out at Ridgeland, Halloween a day away, but these girls didn't know it. 9:56 to go in the first. Devin Bowman from 10 yards out runs it in to put the Panthers on top 7-0, and it was all Ridgeland in this one as they win 28-0. They'll take on Carrollton next week. We got plenty more coming up on the other side of the break. More from Football Friday, so don't go anywhere.